Your little brother never tells you what he loves you so. You said your mother only smiled on your TV show. You're only happy when you're sorry and it's filled with dough. I hope you make it to the day you're 28 years old. You're dripping like a saturated sunrise, and you're spilling like an overflowing sink. You ripped at every edge, but you're a masterpiece. And now you're tearing through the pages and the ink.
So hey, what's up? It's Jackie coming back for another video. This is gonna be a story time about the time I got caught sneaking out. Some backstory or whatever. I used to sneak out all the time with my other best friend because like my parents are strict. They don't let me out when it's like 10. They're already asking me to come home on a like Saturday night when I'm literally with my friends not doing anything. Like we could literally be at my friend's house watching a movie and they tell me to come home because it's too late for me or whatever. Like I always used to sneak out with my other friend and her boyfriend. Like they used to pick me up in my backyard, like the street in my backyard. And I used to always sneak out that way. We used to always go smoke and shit. And then this particular time, my other best friend had came back for visiting from college. She was like, hey, what's up? Let's like hang out. And it was like, I want to say it was like 11:30, 12ish. And I was like, bet, like I can sneak out, fam. And the way I snuck out was through this window exactly. Didn't really think anything of it. I didn't really like think anything of it because just for the time, like I used to sneak out all the fucking time, literally all the time, and I would never get caught. Literally I would sneak out at 3 o'clock in the fucking morning and I wouldn't get caught. So can you not like, I snuck out. It was just me, my friend Jessica, and her other friend. We were literally just in her car smoking and shit, and I got a call and some texts from my mother. She was like all pissed. Like who wouldn't be pissed when you come into your child's room and your child is not in there when they're supposed to be in there? Too high to function. Like I was so high that I didn't answer the call, but I replied to her texts. It was just like so mad. Like I can read her, like I can just tell by the texts, like reading it in her angry voice or whatever, you know. Scared out of my mind. Like I didn't know what to do. And what I lied because the fact is that she doesn't like when I hang out with this friend just because she knows like we get high all the time when we're together. So I told her I was with my other best friend, the one I always sneak out with. She was too scared to take me home because she was scared my mom was gonna yell at her. So she said she couldn't take me home. So I was fucked. I was debating. Like I was just like, so should I just show up like by myself? Like I didn't drive or whatever. So you know, I was like, how am I gonna do this without getting in trouble? Because I didn't want to get in trouble. I told her like I was with that friend, and then I texted my ex. My ex and I were like, cool, we were best friends. We weren't best friends, but we were like little, like we had just broke up, I think. Like I know he was awake at that time, and I know he literally always saves my ass. So I texted him. I texted him asking if he was awake, and he said yes, and he said what's wrong. And I told him everything from beginning to end. I was doing all this shit that I wasn't supposed to be doing. You know how it is. And I was just like, is there literally any way you can come pick me up, like, and take me home, like, you know, and bring some eye drops with you because I fucking need them shits. If you smoke and your eyes don't get red, I hate y'all. No, I'm just kidding. But I hate it because my eyes always get fucking red. They get redder than this fucking lipstick, okay? Always need eye drops. Now I always carry eye drops with me. I sent him my location. I think I sent him my location. And lost getting there was literally like 2 minutes away from his house where I was at, from my friend's house. And it was just crazy. And when I got in the car, I started crying because I'm a little emotional ass bitch. I was just like, oh my god, like my mom is gonna get so mad. Like I was just crying my little ass out. Like my little eyes were whatever, you know. And he was like, what were you doing? Like, why are you doing that? Like, why are you sneaking out? I'm like, because I want to have fun. Like I don't want to live like I'm 17 years old and I have to be home at like 11 or 10:30 because my parents are strict as fuck. If there was any way that you can tell my mom like that I was with you and my other best friend and her boyfriend, and I came up with this plan, okay? I was like, you talk to her and be like that I was with you, my best friend, and her boyfriend, and we were at her house playing like board games, because that's what we used to always go to her house on Sundays to go play board games, and then tell her that you guys didn't know that I snuck out. You thought that I had asked for permission or whatever. I was like, bet, I got you. And I was like, real ass homie, okay, bet. So that happened. We get to my house, because my house is so close to everyone's house. Like literally you can go walking distance to my house and like everyone's coming to my house. Get to the door and I start knocking on it like this whole time, like I'm trying to hurry up and like clear my eyes and stop crying, and then I put the eye drops in and they burn like a motherfucker. Y'all know the Rotos, those motherfuckers burn, but they work. And we were like, okay, you know, we were, I think he was too low-key inside, because I guess he was kind of scared that my mom was gonna get mad at him. And so that happened. I started knocking on it and I'm just like for fucking 5 minutes, and I'm over here like I'm about to start crying more, because I'm over here thinking my mom told my dad and my dad was gonna beat my ass. I texted my mom, I was like, can you come open the door please? And she comes and opens the door, and I can see in her face she's about to scream at me until she sees who I'm with, because she really likes my ex. My parents both really like my ex. I'm like, ugh. He told her everything, and she gave me a speech, and she gave him a speech about like, you know, I'll let her go out, I'll let her have fun, you know, I'll let her go out with you because I like you and I know you and stuff. Like I let her go out with her best friend and stuff, and I just don't let her go out with her other best friend just because I know what they be doing. And I'm like, fight me, I'm just kidding. I walked in and like me and her went into my room and we talked, and she was just like, I was like, why didn't you open the door? Like you left me out there thinking I was gonna be stuck up there. And she was like, I didn't open the door because I wanted to see if you would sneak back in, so I was waiting in your room. Y'all, my mom is too much. She too much for me sometimes. And I'm over here like, oh my god, I'm scotch free. Like she didn't tell my dad. Like I'm for like, yes. Like she didn't tell my dad I'm not gonna get in trouble. Bitch, I thought. So apparently when she went back to her room after she talked to me, she was like, my dad asked her what the fuck was going on, because he could hear her like talking a lot like outside, and she was like, I had to tell him because he was asking. And I'm like, you ain't have to tell him though, you could have told him something else. Like girl, we're supposed to be on each other's teams. Like I thought though. Okay, so you know on the windows there's like those screen things that keep the bugs out if you open the window. I have to push mine out to sneak out, and I like the next day when I guess my dad knew everything, I was like, I have the window open, like it's the way that it is, like I moved my tapestry out the way and I like moved it or whatever, though the thing wasn't there, but the window was closed, but the screen thing wasn't there. And I'm on my computer right here, as you can see, and all of a sudden I hear this loud boop, like he slammed that shit in my like in there. And he like nailed it down and shit. He like put glue, like super glue, like Gorilla Glue on it. I was just like, what is going on? Like I was just so shook by this happening. You know, it turns out he like blocked my only passage to get out. And I was talking to my mom, and I was like, I know this isn't the first time you snuck out since you were so sneaky with it. And I was like, how did you even know? Like out of all the other times, and you catch me this one time. And she was just like, because my dog was crying and she wouldn't stop. I had put her in this hallway with the little doggy cage just because I just wanted to just leave her out there, I don't know, and I would get her back when I would come back. And she was crying because she wanted to come sleep with me or my brother, and she kept crying and crying. And I usually leave my music playing like really soft and I turn off the lights just to be like, oh, like I fell asleep or whatever. Mom came up once and she heard the dog crying, my dog crying. And she knocked on my door. My door's locked, obviously. She knocked on my door and she was like, oh, maybe she fell asleep. So when my dog started crying again, she came back to my room and she picked the fucking lock. She picked my lock. I'm saying that I'm not here. That's when shit went down. So yeah, that was the time that I got caught sneaking out. That shit was scary. Like I was scared that I was gonna get in I was so scared that I was gonna get in so much trouble. I thought they were gonna send my ass to fucking Mexico to live with my grandma so I can learn the values again and shit. So yeah, that's my story. You know, I'll like come back soon with another video. So peace.